Hi guys, this is Vivi and I'm filming today from my house near Glasgow in Scotland, and despite it being July, it's really rainy outside, which really isn't much of a surprise. So today I thought I'd take myself to sunnier climes, and you guys as well, and show you some of trinkets I've acquired while I've been on holiday to various places around the world. And in this video, it will be soft spoken. I found in the past my whispering videos haven't really been picked up so well, so I'm going to try soft spoken. Please let me know if it works for you. This video is just intended for relaxation and just to show you some different items from different countries which you might not have seen before. So I'm going to crack on with this and show you my first item, which is from Mexico, and this is going to be one of many items from Mexico. So this is him. This is a tejon. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A tejon, maybe. This was actually bought for me by my mum and dad, and when I was in Mexico I saw a lot of these running around actually, and I had no idea what it was. I'd never seen one before. I think it's native to Mexico or South America. It's kind of like a raccoon, and they're super cute actually. They're really nice faces, really friendly looking faces, and really long tails. This kind of looks like an bird actually. But it's made from wood. And I really like it. I really like bright handmade wooden things, wooden objects. I'll try to zoom in so you can see some of the beautiful detail. It has the sweetest face, and it does actually look very similar to a tejon even. Minus the kind of crazy colours, but I really like this little piece, and it sits in my bedroom. So, and it still comes off all the time. But the next thing I'm going to show you, I actually don't have very much film left, which is why I'm trying to crack on, is this, which I think is so cool. Again, this was a present from my mum and dad because I like weird things, like skeletons, and I love just how it's such a crude little item, but it's still so beautiful. I think it's made from kind of wood or MDF, and I think some of the little hats might be paper, but it's a little Mexican band. It's kind of dusty. It's hard to clean because it's so tiny. And we have the sticker at the front. I think it's some kind of violin or it's a guitar maybe. A trumpet. It was actually so dusty. But it's really hard to clean, it's just so small. Never cool. Look on the background here. On the wall. And the writing on the bottom. It says Mexico. 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 A country that I do love. I've been to several times. And all this stuff they have is all skulls and everything. And I can't get enough of it. On that theme, I have something also very similar. I totally love. So, more skeletons. This time, they're in a glass box, but still making music. And this one's a really nice blue, really bright electric blue colour. I was actually at a wedding a few weeks ago and that was the colour of my dress. Aside from blacks and whites, I like any shade of blue. Clothes wise that is. I don't really wear much colour, but blue is always a colour that I feel that I can wear and that I suit. So I like blue. Just show you another detail. So there's the violinist, I think. Singing. And some kind of guitar. And they were really cool. Got our background. Quite snazzy. It reflects the light. So just a little box. I'm sitting in my room. I really like it. I like weird things and unusual things. And it's definitely weird and unusual, I'd say. The last item I have from Mexico is also a skull. And this is really cool, this one. This is quite an authentic skull. I mean, You get a lot of souvenir skulls that are just really cheap, and I really don't like those kind at all, but I managed to find this one. I think it was actually in this really cool shop in Mexico. They had tons of stuff like this. And I was just in my element. I couldn't decide what I wanted. But I went for this one because it's very well crafted compared to many of the other ones you get. The colours and the design of the sunflower. You need to squeeze it in your hand. It feels so nice. It's very smooth. Really smooth. I made it of clay, actually. And I just love everything about it. So I was really happy I managed to find this one. I just love it. Really cool sunflower on the skull. Really beautiful. But I think this Mexico's chapter come to an end. For those of you who aren't interested, I visited Playa del Carmen, Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and somewhere else. I just can't remember the name. It's such a lovely country, and they have the best food. It's so good. So that skull concludes our Mexico chapter. Now, I think I'm going to move on to Eastern Europe, or Europe, and I have this darling angel made of clay, so sweet. And I think it has a small bell inside. And I bought her from Poland about 8 years ago now, maybe longer, when I visited Krakow, which I'm actually recently just back from as well. I was there for 4 nights, revisiting the city again, and it's just the most beautiful, beautiful city. Love everything about it. There are quite a lot of angels in Poland actually, and I think it's a predominantly Catholic country, so maybe that explains it. My mum and dad have a big clay angel ornament that they bought from Krakow as well. I'll show you that another time. But this is my angel. My Polish angel. He's so sweet. And I also have my Polish Jew, which I love, and I've had him the same amount of time as I've had my angel. I went there for the first time in, I think it was about 2007 or 2006. And as I said, I recently went back and hung out in the city and saw the salt mines again, because I was with someone who'd never seen them before. This time I actually walked to Kazimierz, which is the Jewish quarter of the city. That was really nice. I visited a synagogue and had cake and coffee in an Israeli hummus bar, which was really cool. I wish I went back and tried out some more food. But I had something called Nafi. I think it's Knafeh, which is like a cake made from baklava, whatever baklava is made from, and it has a kind of cream cheese, sweet cheese filling, and tastes like rose water and has pistachios on top. I like trying new things like that, so that was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. But this is my Jew. This is Mordecai, as I called him. And I actually brought my friend one back from my journey this time, because I just think they're so sweet. I went back to this shop that I bought Mordecai from, and they still had loads of them 8 years later. So I bought another one for my friend. And the taxi driver who took us past the Kazimierz, took us through Kazimierz, told us that before the war there were, I think it was 60,000 Jewish people living in Krakow, and now there's 100. Which I was really shocked about. I mean, I knew it was considerably less, but I didn't know it was quite as drastic. But anyway, this is Mordecai. And he is from Poland. I'm going to put him back now with the angel. And where will we go to next? I think I'll stay in Europe. And we shall go to Budapest in Hungary. And I'll just quickly show you this, because my friend actually just came back from Budapest and this was her gift to me. And it's really cool. I've never actually been to Budapest, by the way, but she got me this, and it's a secret box to keep whatever you like in, but you can't open it like you would a traditional box. It doesn't open like that. It has hinges. But I'll show you. It's really cool. If I can remember. So you slide this forward. Oops. And this compartment comes out. And there's a key. Inside. And there. Which is is to open the box, which I thought was really cool. My friend actually bought herself a really big one, and it's really hard to open. There's so many more steps to it than my box. It's so cool. I'd never seen one of those before. But now I'm going to go to Berlin, one of my favourite cities. I've only been once, but it's like nowhere I've been before. You can see in the background I have a very dusty car. And this is pretty much a symbol of Berlin, I'd say. It's really dusty, sorry. And it kind of reminds Berliners of East Berlin, I suppose, and communism before the fall of the Berlin Wall. And this car is a model of, I think it was a Soviet manufactured car called a Trabant, and these were the only cars really, I think, that were driven around Eastern Berlin. Obviously communism, there's only so many things imported and manufactured, there's only certain products, if that makes sense. And the Trabant was a staple of that era. Everyone had a Trabant because you couldn't go out and buy yourself a Rolls Royce or anything else. It just was this car that existed. So I bought it. Oh, it's so cool. That means something in German, I can't remember what it is now. It's like East German, like the Republic or something like that, in 1989 was the year that the wall came down, and the year I was born actually. I was born in October, and the wall fell in December, I think. And if you go to Berlin, you can actually go on what they call a Trabant safari. You can drive around a real Trabant, which they still have. For posterity's sake, obviously. And I have something else from Berlin, which I thought was kind of cool. I bought it from a museum. And it's a little piece of wood with 4 different layers to it, each containing a different aspect or a different feature or icon of Berlin. So, if this would focus, at the front we have the bear, which is bear, the symbol of Berlin really. You see it everywhere. We have the Reichstag, which is the Berlin Houses of Parliament, really. The Brandenburg Gate, which I think was built after the First World War. I can't actually remember. I can't remember. I'm not going to pretend. And we have, forgive my pronunciation, I think it's called the Fernsturm, which I actually went up and had a drink in. It's also known as the TV tower, which towers above Berlin. It's kind of like famous. You can see it in the Berlin skyline. And that is I think it's a 60s innovation. It's still really retro inside, it's pretty cool. But I was kind of scared going up, it was so old. Now I have this paranoia about old buildings and floors collapsing and the lift collapsing and too many people being in it and causing it to collapse. I'm quite paranoid actually. I have no sense of engineering or how strong structures actually are, so I have no clue. But it didn't fall down when it was there, so that was good. And that is Berlin. I thought it was kind of cool, really quirky actually. I also have an ample man from Berlin, which I don't actually have, but it's the little green man, like in the traffic lights, and he's called Ample Man. And I think that's a symbol of what the East German traffic lights used to look like as well. It's pretty cool. So I bought a keyring version of him. And the whole of Berlin, as far as I was aware, has incorporated it into their traffic light system as well. It's a symbol of unity now more than East Berlin. It belongs to the whole of Berlin, which is really nice. I'm going to show you now 2 cool things I got from Italy. I don't even think I can fit all this in. I can't really. But it was a really cool mask that I bought when I was in Rome. Quite eyes wide shut. Stanley Kubrick. But I thought it was really cool. This one is like a full face mask. I'm really sorry I can't show you the whole thing actually. Yeah. I've never actually worn it. This is for decoration. But it's made from paper mache, it says. Twice it says that. So it has like musical notes, and this is also very dusty, which I'm really sorry about. But they all sit on the one shelf and I don't really touch them that often. So they're just decoration. And I have another one because I simply couldn't decide between the two. And this one's really cool. This is my cat. This is my cat mask. I just loved colour. It's so pretty. It's like a duck egg blue and an aqua. The silver and the glitter. So naturally I had to just have the two. Just couldn't resist. Hand painted in Venezia. I actually went to Venice last year. But I didn't buy anything. Good. I think that's where all the real masks come from. This says it is a real Venice handmade product. When I used to go to all the balls and things, so they would wear and dress up and wear masks. And I have loads more I can show you, but I'm running out of time here. My camera has very limited space. So I'm going to finish off by showing you some trinkets from Scotland. This one is from Arran, Scottish island, which I went to last year, I think. And this is just a little clay Etsy shop, which I thought was really pretty actually. It was in a really nice pottery shop with one guy making everything, and it has loads of beautiful stuff. So I bought that to make me fun. Such a pretty, just beautiful island. And then this is, for those of you who don't know, coat of arms of Glasgow. Here's a fish that never swam. Here's a bell that never rang. Here's the tree that never grew. And here's the bird that never flew. And this is actually from my university. I bought it on my graduation day. And Glasgow's coat of arms, or the motto for Glasgow, is "Let Glasgow Flourish," which I think is really nice. And these are the symbols of Glasgow: the bell, the bird, the tree, and the fish. So on that note, I'll finish up for today. And I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye guys.